following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Jimmy,
This is MC Alfred
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.
We don't need this.
We have a great show for you guys. I thought you might want to show people.
No.
Okay. So we have a great show for you guys. It's our Christmas show. Lady Lake just joined us in the chat room. I'm sure the chat room will start filling up. We hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Before I say anything else, let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Ron Russell.
How do you do?
There you go. And Astro.
Astro, get up.
So we have a really fun show for you guys today.
We're sitting very low. You know, the house is all upside down because my daughters are here. So we had to make sleeping arrangements all over the place. And we had to move some of our studio stuff around. Okay, Astro, kiss me later. So we're kind of like, I don't know what. It looks all right. Does it look all right?
No, we look good. The sign is straight. We look good.
You think we look all right?
Yeah,
Well,
I think that's good. I don't
on with the show. Who's first?
I don't see it on this other TV though. So hold on. Let me just see.
Who's on first?
Stan Zimmerman's coming on first,
Oh, goody, 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 good.
and then
good.
Stan Zimmerman's coming on first, and then there we go.
And then
Now you can see what everybody sees. Stan Zimmerman. So you guys, we have two great guests today. Stan Zimmerman is our first guest. He's been on several times, and then we have the rock band Revolution, and we also have Dr. Stryker coming on with them, who's someone new who we've never met. But Revolution's playing a big show with Dr. Stryker in LA in a couple of weeks, and so we're bringing on Dr. Stryker with Revolution. And
good. I get to see my buddy Olga.
yes, and they said they love our shirts, and these are Christmas gifts, you guys.
Yes.
Aren't they pretty?
I'm wearing a $125 Ralph Lauren. Of course, my daughters did not pay that. They went to the designer mall. I
The
guess
Ralph Lauren outlet.
Ralph Lauren outlet. And they must have paid still a lot of money. But could you imagine a flannel shirt? A flannel shirt that my mother used to buy me when I was a kid for like $3.99 has gone up to $125 for a flannel shirt.
Mine's
Simply
flannel, too.
because it has, I can't see it, but my emblem, the Ralph Lauren emblem. So when you pay that kind of stupid money, you're buying a stupid emblem to advertise his product. Now, if I were a famous movie star, like a $30 million picture guy, he would pay me for this, to wear this shirt. I wouldn't pay him. So he would pay me thousands of dollars if I was say like Brad Pitt, and I'm sitting here with the friggin' polo emblem. So it just goes to show you the baloney that's in this business. It's all crap. It's all baloney. It's all fake. Sometimes it gets to me, you know, like that panettone that I put up on Facebook that my daughter bought. It was $39, $40 for a thing of cake. Of course, she got it for half price because she complained. So she got it for $20. Now everybody's telling me that at Trader Joe's you can get a delicious one for $6. Now, I don't know. The one that we had a lot of rum in it. It was delicious. It was moist. It was an excellent panettone. So for $6, I'm Italian. I know from panettone. My friends are Americanas. They don't know from Italian food. So what they think is delicious is not necessarily what I would think is delicious.
Right.
So that's a story on the panettone. But things are just ridiculous. I mean, who's got that kind of money to spend $125 for a flannel shirt? Anyway, stop bitching.
Anyway,
on.
people like do.
I love
so.
it as a gift because my daughter's got it for me. Look, it's all cockeyed.
They got me mine too. Mine's Ralph Lauren too, and it's
Right. Was
pink.
yours 125?
I don't know, probably more because it's pink. No, mine doesn't have the logo. It has the tag on the
Oh,
bottom.
no logo.
someplace.
So you're wearing a copy.
Because mine's Ralph Lauren, like the.
You're
like,
right, Ralph Lauren up my ass. You're just fake. Mine is a real Ralph Lauren. You're wearing a fake.
So I hope. Hey, Hub Reynolds just joined us again. Hub.
Hub, can we
Congratulations.
talk about the wedding or we're not allowed?
Well, he told us last week. We
We're
announced
not
it to
talking
everybody.
about it. He's one of those tight-mouthed guys. You know, I don't like tight-mouthed people. They're not interesting.
He's not.
Come on, Hub. Tell us about her. You know, how you met her. What made you think you wanted to marry her, and when are you marrying her? You know, come on the show and tell us about it.
Not right now. He can't come on.
No, not now, because we're booked. We're so booked, it's disgusting. Really, and truly,
He's
we're
getting
booked.
married on Valentine's Day.
Oh, well, that's so romantic.
She's Annie the Angel.
What? She's Annie the Angel. Isn't that
Yes.
sweet?
I love it.
Jimmy, why can't I be Ronnie the Regal?
You can be
Or Ronnie the Wonderful?
Regal Ronnie.
Hmm.
You could be. You're Ronnie the hottest.
We got married on your birthday.
Oh,
I gave you that honor, you sleazy slut.
he's getting married to Maui. He says.
In Maui. I got married in New York City, in Manhattan, at City Hall, like some peasant.
So we hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. We had a very nice Christmas,
Beautiful Christmas.
and we got some really nice things, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I got my
and it was a family
Versace
day.
pillows. You know, we redid our living room sofa. We did it in tuxedo black fabric. It's absolutely magnificent. But, you know, black eats up a room. So Jimmy found for me real Versace throw pillows. And they're in citrus yellow, like the color of my Versace watch. Look, I got that for Christmas too. Jimmy bought that for me. It's that color and black. I'll take pictures one day and put them up. But beautiful pillows. So it made the living room just pop.
And we had a good
I got
time.
everything. What else did I got so many things, but things I really wanted. And Jimmy got, and I love to drop prices because that makes everybody excited. I bought him a robot for $300.
Robeson Bumblebee.
Yeah, for $350. Can you believe that?
$340.
A toy, a fucking little plastic thing that goes.
It's a Robeson, very highly collectible in the world of collectibles.
Yes, and it does this.
It does all kinds of stuff. It shoots and walks, and it's Bumblebee from the Transformers movies.
Oh wow,
So-
we got a thrill and a half. Bumblebee from the Transformer movie.
Yes,
Anyway, $350.
it's
Now,
awesome.
wait a minute. You bought it as a collector. What kid's gonna get that? How many parents?
Rich people's kids. Well, when you look on them, because that's the cheapest one you can get. If you get Optimus Prime or some of the other ones they run, I mean, they have one that I would love to get, but it was $2,600.
Are you out of your mind for a
so-
toy for a child?
Yeah, but you don't realize the world of collectibles and how like big it is. You know, it's like a $20 billion
You know
a
what?
year business.
When I was a kid, I got a Buck Rogers set. It was like a tin. It was all tin, and it was Buck Rogers' studio where he lived in the moon and the rocket. I
love
played
that.
with that thing till I was about 50. No, really, I love that toy so much, and I was grateful for the one toy I got, and I played with it every day. But these kids get $350 robots. They look at it and go, "Oh, that's cool," and then they put it on the shelf and.
I don't think really kids get it. I think it's people who are professional collectors, you know, buy it because they're limited edition. They don't make very many of them.
Well, I think you're all nuts, but that's okay. You're entitled to be nuts.
I also got a bunch of Funko Pops. I even got the Harry Potter set Funko Pops. I got
But I got
some really
him,
good shit.
I got him the most exciting one of all, the Rocketeer. And it's a beautiful doll. It's this big, and he's got the jets on his back, and he's dressed like the Rocketeer with the gold helmet. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of statuary.
Action figure too. We don't say dolls. Dolls are for girls. Action figures are for boys. I also got a Chucky from Child's Play 3 where half of his face is burnt off and he talks. It was awesome.
Awesome.
And
Doll, you give a doll to somebody with a face burnt off.
it was awesome. And I also got, I forgot, I got a lot of stuff, but I put pictures of it up on the internet. But Robeson
You sure did get
was
a lot
really
of
cool.
stuff.
Yes. And I also got from Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger pajama bottoms to sleep in because it kind of gets cold at night, which
Now,
is super cool.
Tell me out there. Now, you know, there's a big age difference between Jimmy and I. And that reasoning is that Jimmy has to have a father, a parent.
No, it's
So
not.
I could be his father very easily. I was 26 years old when Jimmy was born.
No, you weren't.
I was old.
24.
I was 24 years old when Jimmy was born. And I had my daughter Leslie when I was 29. So I guess
I wasn't looking for a father figure.
I
I
think
collected
you were.
toys.
No,
I
I think-
collected toys for 30 years before I ever met you.
yeah, I know, but the guy you were with me before, when you were with Gil, he was 50 years older than you.
No, he was. No, he's younger than you.
He's not younger than me, Gil.
Yeah,
Gil is not younger than I am.
he was too. He was born in 1938.
Yeah, I was born 1940.
Okay, so he's 2 years. So he's 85 now. Okay, well I haven't talked to him since I was with you. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know.
But you always had an old man for a boyfriend, or
That's just because that's what I liked, and that's what
because
was
you want to
financially.
thought, because you're a
No.
demented little person.
That's what I find to be handsome, and
No,
that's what is
no,
financially
no.
capable of keeping up with me because I always made money
no,
and I didn't want to
because
support anybody.
you're a little deranged in the head.
No,
Because you think we're you have a
I
father.
definitely
thing here.
don't ever call you daddy.
No, you couldn't possibly, because I look younger than you.
Yeah, that's true
And
too.
if you called me daddy, people would think that you're strange.
Oh, so B Claudia just joined us. Hey
B.
B,
Claudia,
Merry
that
Christmas,
sour
B.
braten looks so good. God, I would have taken a plane to Germany just to have it. And what were those two things? Matzo balls?
Yeah.
Oh, God, is that gorgeous. And all I kept thinking was a nice big chunk of Italian bread dunked in that gorgeous gravy and it smearing all over my face as I eat it because I'm so happy. God, you had to see the bowl. Everybody out there, go on my Facebook page and look at B. Claudia's wonderful sauerbraten. My mouth's watering. I can't speak.
She says thank you. All right, we're gonna bring on our first guest, you guys. I'm kind of waiting to see if B got here because B's so excited about everything. So
Who got what?
I wanted to wait for B to get here because I know how much she loves Stan Zimmerman.
Oh, she does?
Absolutely.
Who doesn't love Stan?
Everybody loves Stan Zimmerman. So let's bring him in, Juan.
He's one of my favorite people.
Hi,
Is my sweet little boy. I love him.
I missed you guys. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right with you, naming all the everything,
You know,
what everything costs here.
I haven't seen you in ages. Let's get to
I
the
know you guys have ignored me during all this
because
COVID, but
really don't like you. We make believe we do just for the show. Listen,
well, you're gonna get sick of seeing me because I'm coming down to Palm Springs to
yeah, I
direct a
just
play.
when let me know so I could make dinner for us.
I arrived the 9th of January. I'll be there through the 19th of February. I'm directing Paul Rudnick's world West Coast premiere of The New Century. It's going to be with the Bent Theater Company at the Cultural Center. Only 2 weekends. There is full frontal nudity. So, Ron, you may have to sit this one out.
No, he loves that.
What,
I know how you get.
what the audience gets naked? I love it.
No. If
Oh,
you
we
want to, we should do that. You know, there was a play in New York where they had an all-naked audience.
Yeah, I was there.
You were, as long as you put something to sit down
Only
on. I don't want to, like,
Only
you know.
kidding, only kidding.
So hang on, we got to do a formal introduction. All right, everybody.
Oh, formal.
Now we want to
formal.
welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, incredibly cool and talented producer, director, screenwriter, writer, Stan Zimmerman. Hello and welcome to the show.
Where's the applause?
Yes, there you go. And we
Now,
want
You,
You
have
know
no
why.
sound effects, nothing.
Listen, gentlemen, you know why I brought you on.
I do, but I have one more thing to say that I would love you to be at. I think it's pronounced Quads, the bar.
What?
Oh yeah, quads.
Quads. So
Quads.
Valentine's Day, they're doing a special event for me, celebrating everything from Golden Girls to Gilmore Girls, from 6 to 8:30 in Palm Springs, because my book is finally coming out.
Oh yeah. Let's see. You got a copy? Oh, he froze.
She froze. Stan, don't freeze.
Can we unfreeze him, Juan? What do we do? That was such a fun movie. Oh yes, we're gonna talk about it, you guys.
We're going to talk about Stan's book, and I also want to talk about Silver Foxes because that's something
We have to
that
talk
I'm-
about his new movie. I mean, he had the
Well,
biggest
that's
Christmas
a lot
movie
of
out.
things to talk about, but Silver Foxes is my thing because I think it is the most brilliant idea ever, and it's not happening. And
So
I
wait, show
wanna
us the.
know
He's
why.
back. He's back. I think. Show us
I'm
the
back.
book. So we can see
The
it.
book is called The Girls from Golden to Gilmore.
book.
Why is he
Why are
freezing?
you
Hey Juan, is that
freezing?
us or is that him? Because I don't have the router plugged in. Hey Juan, let me know. Is that us or him? Hey Juan.
You froze
Oh,
again.
it's his. It's him. It's not us. Okay.
Me. Uh-oh.
It says he's
It's
lagging. Okay.
you bad boy.
So
I'm lagging.
I want to talk about your book. I want to talk about the movie, and I want to talk about mostly Silver Foxes because it's such a work of art. And I don't understand that the shit that I see that my friends produce, garbage, is out there, and something is wonderful. Get that phone off. And something as wonderful as Silver Foxes is having trouble. It's got to be cursed. Somebody give it to Kinahara. It's got to be.
No, well, the good thing is it's finally been published by TRW Plays. We had its world premiere in Dallas this year, sold out before we even opened. The wonderful Michael Urie, who is in from Ugly Betty and the Apple TV show Shrinking, he directed it, and we had a wonderful experience there. And we're looking to do it elsewhere. We're looking to bring it to Palm Springs. There is a theater in Dublin, Ohio, which is near Columbus, which will be doing the Midwest premiere, and that will be September 6th of 2024. So it's starting to be done around the country. Of course, I want to get it to New York, and eventually I want to get it to a series and a film and all of that. And I want to thank you so much for being a supporter of it from a long time ago.
No, only because the Golden Girls is gone. I have seen the repeats 1,000 times. I know the
Oh,
dialogue.
look, he's got his Golden
Yeah.
Girls mug.
I know all the dialogue of the Golden Girls. I could do every part. I've seen it so many times. Now, to see it, gay guys living in a retirement village, probably in Palm Springs.
Yeah, they actually live in a mid-century house in Palm Springs. One of their friends does live in an assisted living, and they break him out, and that's what the whole story's about.
I love it.
And of course, Stan Zimmerman has written for the Golden Girls. So his fingerprints are going to be all over this thing, and we're going to get the fun of it. And we need it because we're in a very sad time in this world. We have 2 wars. God, the poor war with Israel.
Okay, don't talk about
No,
all that.
I have to be a little political,
No.
a little bit. What, we're going to
Anyway.
ignore the war in Israel?
No, we're not.
Like we did with the Nazis, right? The Nazis were burning 6 million Jews, and everybody said, "You think so?"
In the meantime, I want to say number one, kudos for getting Michael Urie. He's terrific. We're not friends with him, but we met him at a gallery showing in New York a couple of years
and
ago.
also
And he was fabulous.
We've been longtime friends, and whenever he would host an event, he'd always show me the script to it, and I would go, well, and I would help him rewrite the pattern. He's such a wonderful host.
He used to do that show where he would him and the other guys, and they would review some show that was on TV.
Yeah, it was on Logo.
You know what? Screw all of you.
That's how we met him.
Screw all.
Yeah,
You want to drop names? Shut your fucking mouths. I got the name to drop. I was with John Voight and his daughter, Angelina Jolie, Angie Voight. And my daughter were good friends. We lived in Beverly Hills, and Angie and Deirdre went to school together. So I was walking with John Voight by the haunted house, the witch's house in Beverly Hills, and who came jogging by but Michael.
No, not Michael Urie.
That wasn't
You're
him?
talking about Michael Nuri. He's
Michael
talking
Nuri.
about Michael Urie.
Who the fuck is that?
Mike, you know him. We met him in New York at a party. That party with the lady from
I
Vogue.
thought it was Michael Urie, the actor.
No, Michael. He is an actor, but it's Michael Urie, not. And you're thinking Michael Nuri.
They should change their name.
Yeah, somebody should. But you touched upon something earlier, which was so beautiful when we did it in Dallas, and it was staged in the round. So each night I could watch the audience across from me in different seats.
Oh,
and
that's
to see the gay and lesbian older couples crying, laughing, grabbing each other's arms. After the show, they would hug us and they would say, we never see ourselves on screen, on TV, and on theater stages. And what you've done with this Silver Foxes is you've allowed us to be on there and heard in many funny ways, but also some, very touching stories about their families and
This is my fight. My fight is every time they show gay people, we are dying of AIDS, or we're drag queens killing people, or we're just wacko, sicko people. And they don't realize that I am probably the most traditional man on the planet. I am so far from what they think gay is. You know, and I don't think you're a big faggot either. I think you're like a normal guy.
Every Tuesday.
No, the only difference with me and Screaming Queens are I'm a man who's in love with him. Other than that, I cook, I clean, I live, I'm funny. And this is what you're bringing to us.
Well, that's what we want to show. There's a full spectrum of beautiful gay, lesbians, trans people that are many kinds of people. And we want to show all kinds. And that's what would be so great when we get to eventually do a series.
That's
when,
right.
you notice I said when, because like Golden Girls, remember they always had people coming through their door. Their sons, daughters, relatives, gay brothers. We would love to bring all different kinds of people through that Palm Springs door and have these 4 gentlemen. 3 are silver foxes and 1 is a twink. They never know his name because he's their friend Jerry's boyfriend, and Jerry switches out boyfriends every 5 years like he does Lexus. So they go, why bother learning his name? It's going to be another twink and another. Kind of like what you did with Jimmy, right? He was your twink?
Who?
No, not really. But yeah, that's funny. He said kind of like you did with me. I was your twink. Everybody thinks I'm older than him. So
I am. Listen, Bruce was on 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago.
I know. So we were talking with Bruce about doing the play in Fort Lauderdale, and he doesn't want to do the play. He wants to do his own stuff. So he did a wonderful reading of it in my living room with George Takei and the late Leslie Jordan and Sherry O'Terry and Danielle Gaither and Melissa Peterman and Todd Sherry.
it's so great.
Yeah. So we're going to bring it to Palm Springs, and you will have to audition if you want to be in the play. But
I don't audition, darling. I only work from 10 to 4.
okay.
My,
Well, that makes it a little difficult unless we're just doing all matinees.
my trailer is on the set, and I get an hour massage before I go to work.
So hang on a second.
And I'm addressed as Mr. Russell always. Anyone that calls me Ron must be fired immediately.
Okay.
Are you like Diana Ross?
I screwed up.
Yes, he's like it.
Quiet. I screwed up with Bruce, and I said to our people that he was a hit in playing it in Florida. Where the hell I got that from, I don't know. Maybe it was wishful thinking.
He politely.
There was talk. He did a play down there, and I've been talking with a theater in Florida about doing Silver Foxes for a couple of years now. So we were talking about maybe putting Bruce in the play and do it down there. It would sell out and run forever, but
why doesn't Bruce want to do it?
He wants to do his own thing. So I would love him to come do it for a couple weeks, and
we had a very good time with him, and people loved
I
him.
love
The show
him.
did really
he's fantastic. I've known him for years and years.
I've missed him by seconds, but this was the first time I ever had a chance to nail him, and he was a lot of fun.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I don't think you can say that you nailed him. That might get taken out of
Huh?
oh,
What is it?
you said emailed him. It sounded like you nailed him. Anyway,
Yeah, I
go for
nailed
it.
him. That's what I said.
Yeah, he said nailed.
No, nailed him means I nailed him. He couldn't get away from me.
Yeah, I know what it means.
Yeah, that's not what other people think it means.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm
How long have you lived in Palm Springs?
You nailed him.
banged him, balled
There
him.
you go. There we go.
Look, I would have said fuck them. I wouldn't have said
Enjoy your meal.
No. So, okay, first of all, so please say hi to the chat room and then say hi to B. Claudia because she's so excited that you're here.
Hi. I wish I could see the chat room. Are they asking anything?
They probably will, but they want to talk about
Okay.
your movie, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
But say hi to Claudia, though.
Hi, Claudia.
So
Let's hear all
you have
about
like the
movie.
biggest. You have like the biggest Christmas movie out with the most press of any movie that's come out at Christmas this year in 2023.
Insane.
Ladies
So
of the
it's
80s.
Ladies
So
of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas on Lifetime. You can go to mylifetime.com. You can watch it for free. It stars the wonderful Donna Mills, Morgan Fairchild, Linda Gray, Lonnie Anderson, and Nicolette Sheridan. And the gorgeous Chris Atkins. How about
right.
that?
And Patrice Barbo's in
Alec
it.
Alec Mappa's in it. I mean,
Yes.
We know half of that cast.
We know them all. We actually had Donna Mills and Morgan Fairchild on the show in the last like 2
Right,
years.
and they
Yeah, both
look
of them.
they're my age, and they look sensational. God, those broads never gonna age.
they are
And-
fantastic and wonderful women, and
Stop.
I'm so lucky I
Stop.
got to write for them.
No, stop it. Why aren't you making any money with that, you dumb cough?
He sold it. He wrote it.
I don't
I wrote
care.
it.
He said you get it for free.
Oh,
Well, why are you
that has
giving it
nothing.
away for
He's not
free?
giving it away.
It's not me. It's the network. So they you can also buy it on iTunes. You can get it. I think on Prime, Amazon. If you want to help me have lunch today, yes, you could do that.
Well, because this is what we fought for with the union when we went on strike. The fact that you do these things and don't get paid. So now you
Well,
did
I
this.
did get paid. Unfortunately,
One
the good and the bad part was we had to stop writing it when the strike happened May 1st. So unfortunately, during the strike, I couldn't go to the set. So I couldn't rewrite any of the lines. So that was good and bad, and that the lines had to be said as written. But the fun part when some people get cast is that you get to mold the scripts for them. We did a few phone calls with the ladies and we got their notes, but there's nothing better when you're on set and you could pitch a new line and have fun with them. As you know, you've been on tons of sets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lines
I've only-
get very stale after a while.
I've only heard fantastic things. Cindy Lady Lake, who's a big Lifetime fan, and she's in the chat room, and she was just like, it was so magnificent, it was fabulous. And tell everybody a little bit about what the story actually is,
Why didn't I see it?
because we don't watch Lifetime because you don't like those movies.
But you'll watch this because it is campy.
Movie. I can watch it in a minute. Are you kidding? He's a communist. He's a communist. He really is a communist. He's out to destroy me in America. He really is.
No, I'm not. You didn't want to watch.
You
First
didn't
of all,
tell me.
I didn't know when it was airing, actually, and you don't watch stuff on the computer. It's like he won't go to Lifetime.
No, I don't watch it. I
He
want
wants
to watch
it on the big screen TV.
Yeah, so why can't I watch it on the big screen?
Why don't you order it on Amazon for like $4.99? And you'll watch it on the big screen. It is very different than any Lifetime Christmas movie. It's actually funny. It's campy. There's such a gay sensibility. They kept saying to us, "What are with all these jokes?" And we're like, "You hired us. You're going to get jokes. You're going to get honesty. You're going to get a lot of heart." And so it came about because our old assistant works at Lifetime in casting, and he said, "We have 5 actresses that want to make a Christmas movie. It has to be filmed in 15 days in one location.
One
Location. You could redress the location."
They did it.
So we said, give us 24 hours. We came back, we pitched 5 or 6 ideas. I liked all of them. And the one we went with was the one based on that in the past, they were all in the same daytime soap opera. You know how all these daytime soap operas are being canceled. So
Yes.
the network gives them one last Christmas Day episode live. So they bring them all to Beverly Hills into a mansion, and they're going to film it live. And they come with not only their Louis Vuitton, but their baggage between each other. And there's fights, and there's drinking, and there's eating, and there's a young love story. And it's just, there's some Patti LuPone jokes in there, believe it or not. And it's just really fun.
I'm watching.
There's a whole slap montage. You know in the soap operas how they all slap each other? Yeah, so we recreated those, and it's very, very funny. And one of the ladies ends up in the pool, and because that happens. And we would love to make a sequel to it. So there should be many more. Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
It's such a hit. You know what's wrong with today that I fight all the.
I don't think we have the hours to hear it.
No, but wait. If you read my column, what I write every day, I write about Hollywood, I'm 64 years in the business, Stan. I came into business in 1959. I was in a world of magic. Cameras were the size of Volkswagens. Cables were this big. Rehearsals, big lights, movie stars, Tab Hunter, Sophia Loren, all these people were in my world, and it was great. Professionalism, forget about it. Everything was precise. Everything was done right. They knew who, how, what. Today, A bunch of schmucks are in the business, assholes, that they're working in a garage under the car changing the oil. And somebody says, why don't you be a producer? Okay, I'm going to go be a movie producer. And I'm going to get a lot of people to give me money to make a movie. And I'll put them in the movie. Of course, they can't act. They're all a bunch of schmucks. But I'll put them in the movie. And you know what? And they sell the fucking movie. And all the morons out there buy these crappy movies and watch the same shit over and over again. 10 people in a room, one by one, they get killed. It could be a mansion, it could be a boat, it could be a rocket ship, the same garbage. Then somebody like you comes along, and a few other people I know, who have minds, who know how to create, who know how to make you laugh. Very few of you. You are in a world of shit. If you were in my day, no, seriously, Stanley, if you were in my day, 1959, you would have been today probably one of the best, greatest producers ever.
Writers and producers.
No, producer. Stanley's a producer. I've seen Stan's work. He's genius. He does very, you give him $2 and he gives you $1 million night.
Oh, that's sweet.
No,
I always wish I had been born in Hollywood in the 40s. It's funny because when I was growing up in a suburb of Detroit, my parents said to each one of my brother and sister, we will take you for your 13th birthday anywhere in the world. Where did I pick?
Hollywood.
My mother
just had it in my eye, in my heart, in my eyes. I created my own network in my bedroom. I just dreamed it. I lived it. I got variety sent to me once a week in Detroit when I was like 12, 13 years old. I memorized every Broadway show, what theaters they were at, the ratings of TV shows. I was obsessed with all of Norman Lear's shows. That totally changed my way of looking at entertainment, that you could care about people, you could change people's hearts through laughter. And I luckily got to meet Norman a few years ago before his death.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I mean, we wanted him to live forever, but what the legacy he created and the minds he changed, like mine, that you didn't have to just have silly comedies. You could show a part of people that was never seen on television and challenge people too.
I was there. I'm from the Alfred Hitchcock, Sidney Lumet day. I was directed by Sidney Lumet in my first movie. I had no idea how you make a movie. My brother-in-law was a documentary movie producer, Evan J. Anton, and I was in love with Sophia Loren like you can't believe. I was 19 years old. So my brother-in-law, kidding around, said, you want to be in a movie with Sophia Loren? I said, are you serious? He said, yeah, they're shooting out here on Long Beach, Long Island. The movie's called That Kind of Woman with Tab Hunter. My brother-in-law and Sidney came up at the same time in the 30s because my brother-in-law was considerably older than my sister. And he snuck me in. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be there. All right. He just got me on the set. And I was a soldier. And I was in 3 scenes of Tab Hunter's and 3 scenes of Sophia's. And of course, I got to know Sophia because I'm a ballsy son of a bitch. You know me, I talk to everybody. And
she let him. They didn't kick him away because she liked him because he spoke Italian and she didn't speak that good of English.
Right. And I was sitting next to her and one of the guys came over. He said, hey, soldier, up. You can't disturb Miss Loren. And Sophia said, oh, no, let him stay. And later on, the joke was, she said to me, your Italian is as bad as my English. But we will get by. And after the 3rd date, we shot Central Park. I said goodbye, and she kissed me on my cheek. And I remember running home from 59th Street to Astoria, where I lived, to my aunt's house where my mother was. And I said, Sophia Loren, kissed me right here. Oh my God. I thought I was going to die. I really mean it. I kept doing this. She kissed me. Oh my God, Sophia Loren. And I was a gay man. I don't know how I got so involved with that. But anyway, Hollywood was, my mother was an actress, silent movie actress, Jenny Gabriel. So I was raised with all of Rudolph Valentino and Norma Shearer and Vilma Banky. I knew them all. And my mother came here in 1950 and she dragged my grandmother and I to California, and we went to see Valentino's house that was being torn down. We went to the cemetery where he was buried. It was just like living in another world. My mother knew Gloria Swanson. We met her in Manhattan. They were showing Love on the Rocks with Gloria Swanson and Valentino. And we were there, of course. My mother was a freak for Valentino. And when we got up, Gloria came up the aisle, this big, like a midget, and stopped. And they chatted for a few minutes. And I remember saying to my mother always, the lady with the eyebrows. Eyebrows that went like one string all the way up like that. I never got over. So
Were they drawn in? Were they drawn in?
just pencil. So when I used to watch Howdy Doody, I thought that Mr. Bluster or Howdy, they had the same. Hey,
So I want to go back to the
wait,
Divas
just let me
movie.
do a little bit more of this to bring Stan into this mood, this area I'm in. You would have been so Hollywood. You would have loved the parties. You would have loved meeting everybody. I knew Rita Hayworth. Jane Russell was my best friend. We hung out with. I mean, you belong in my time. You really did.
I
Because
always felt like I was in the wrong period.
you came in too late, Stanley.
I would have loved the Busby Berkeley musicals. I'm obsessed with all of the creativity. I don't know if you've seen his movies.
Yes.
Was so smart and so he really expanded the vocabulary of filmmaking. You know, on one of those shots, he had them open up the top. They busted out of the
That's
top
right.
of the ceiling of the soundstage to get the camera up there.
Absolutely.
And he had never studied dance. I still believe there is a biopic about him. I think what he did and created a whole new visual look for films that's used today in music videos. I mean, we owe so much to him, and no one really knows his story.
Yes.
I always said that they should get an old abandoned studio and put it back to what it was in 1942 and let people go into the museum. Because you, especially, if you went into the studios that I've been in, you would flip out. They were magic. I don't know what it was, a stink of the I don't know what it was, but you walked in that big, oh my God. And then you'd see a tree and a car, all the props and the lot. Stanley, I lived for those days.
Well, we had a deal on the old MGM lot, and that was when Lorimar took over. And we would just like go scrounging around a little corners, my writing partner and I, wanting that feel of what was MGM like. The closest I had was when I was visiting family and friends in Detroit. I went to Hitsville, which was where Motown,
Yeah.
in this little house.
We
I'm
watched-
telling you, you need to go there. I felt the ghost of all those people because there were so many talented people there that recorded. You just feel it in the walls, and it's a very special place.
We went to an event for Rudolph Valentino, his birthday, and we were in the mausoleum. And I had the feeling like you had because I knew where practically everybody was. Jerome Powers, Bench, Cecil B. DeMille's magnificent monument. And if you go, the cemetery I'm talking about.
The
I've
Hollywood
been there.
Center.
Oh yes.
You've been. So
I had
they,
a date there once. That's how crazy I am. I said, meet me at the Hollywood Cemetery.
and what
That's
did he do?
fun.
Did he show up?
No. Typical. I
thought
get
you
that.
were-
I get that a lot, unfortunately. Yes.
Maybe he thought you were a vampire. But Hollywood of yesteryear, if you know anything about it, was magic. Hollywood today, I go to studios, we work, I go in a movie. I was doing a movie and I said to the director, "But where's the cameras?" He said, "What do you mean, where's the camera? Look up there in the corner. There's the camera." I said, "What are you talking about?" That's the camera. That's an 8mm.
No, it wasn't.
That's like-
It was a phone.
It's a home movie camera. He said, "No." I said, "What do we just do? One shot? We don't change shots." He said, "Oh yeah, remotely we can give you close." Let's get the fuck out of here. Then I said to him, "Where's my marks?" I swear to God, Stanley, you tell him the truth. I walked off this picture, by the way. It was so bad. I couldn't be in it. I couldn't deal with it. "Where are my marks?" They said, "Oh, you don't have any marks." I said, "Well, what do I do?" He said, "Well, you walk over to the window, pull the curtain back, look, then you go and you open the door, and then you come back to this dresser, this piece of furniture." Okay. The
Anyway,
movie, by the way, was a hit in Europe. Never made it in America. It hasn't come here, but
I
it was
was
a
going
hit.
to say it's the movie Maestro.
No.
No, but it was dreadful working on that set. It was raining and it was.
So wait, I want to go out. We're gonna watch the Divas movie. We'll watch it tonight.
Okay.
But I want to know. So first of all, so you didn't get to go on set, but did you already know all those women ahead of time, or you didn't know? Because I
No,
know
and
that.
originally it was Joan Collins and Jacqueline Smith. I had met Joan Collins a few times. We had developed a sitcom for her back in the day that didn't end up happening. But we got their notes. They agreed to do it, and then because of the impending actor strike, they had to film the movie like in 2 weeks, and those two ladies couldn't work their schedule to be in it, and that's when Lonnie and Nicolette came into the picture.
Were you
I
alive?
love. Hang on, let me talk. I love Nicolette Sheridan. Did you?
Oh my
actually-
God! So I only met her as we had this big party that Lifetime threw, and we just hit it off. She is fantastic. She is hysterical.
I love
She
her
totally-
so much.
She gets what we were doing and the writing and the jokes and the campy fun part of it, and I look forward to getting to know her better. So I only got to know Donna Mills a little bit. She came to a play that I had
She's
directed.
sweet.
She is fantastic.
We also met the other. We met at one of your plays. We met. Who's the other like?
Joan
lady
Van Ark. Joan
We
Van
met-
Ark.
at one of your plays.
Yes, Joan comes to all my plays. She's wonderful.
And then how was
So do
Christopher?
I.
How was Christopher Atkins?
I was not there that day, which is probably a good thing because I probably would have just stammered because I had such a crush on him growing up, and that those curly blonde locks I think kind of messed me up for life.
We're doing a movie with him soon at the beginning of the year, and he's one
Oh,
of the
cool.
people that's in it. That I'm producing a movie, and Ron's in it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you keep promising me a part in one of your movies, but
no, I sleep with the producer, so I get all the parts.
okay. So
This
that's
is- I just got brought on as a producer. It's not actually my movie. I got brought on to produce it.
You know what I'm excited about? I shoot soon. I play Kevin Bacon's father. I'm so
Wow.
excited. Yeah, it's
And Christopher
and
Atkins is
and
in
it's
that
a
movie.
good role. It's a good role. I have an excellent role as his father.
Christopher Atkins is in that movie.
Right.
yes, and we love Kevin Bacon.
We also have Mark Hamill.
Yeah, do you have a scoop on him?
And,
Is he nice or what? You know anything about him?
I only saw him a little bit when I went to New York at NYU. He was in Circle in the Square, and I would see him occasionally in the building, and we kind of got a sense if he was going to be something. And I call myself the gay Kevin Bacon because I have one connection from everybody somehow. But I just really respect what he does, and that he's gone from stage to film and TV, and he just seems like a
Music, Bacon
yes,
Brothers.
he does good. Yeah, he does really good work.
I heard he's not friendly on the set. He does his shit and goes back in his room. So, but that's okay because I'm friends with the other one. He's nice. The one from Star Wars. I'm playing with him also. What's his name?
Mark
Mark Hamill.
Hamill.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with Mark Hamill
and Doug Jones.
and Doug Jones, who's a good friend of ours. So it looks like Mr. Russell maybe, getting a couple Academy Awards, Emmys, Oscars.
So I want to know. So you knew you wanted to do this. I mean, you were getting the Hollywood Reporter at 13 or Variety or whatever. Like, what is your first big thing that happened to you that sparked this career? Like, what was the first thing you did that, like,
He told you he was born into Hollywood.
I
no?
was born into. I made my dad. I met Sal Mineo as a kid. He came to Detroit to direct an opera, but I was too big and I'm teeny tiny. But I guess they had to carry me around in the play. But I got to meet Sal Mineo. I think the first inkling of was Golden Girls. Really was, we had one staff job before that, but the magnitude of what Golden Girls was, and being there for the season 1, and seeing it just explode literally in front of us from this show. We would go to tapings before it was on, and to learn more about the characters. And nobody knew it. Nobody expected any show, and they still don't, about older people being successful. And then seeing the world fall in love with those 4 ladies, and then getting to be friends with Estelle, and so that was, and being the first of my young group to actually have a real job. And I appreciated every single fucking moment of it. I don't know why. Maybe how I was raised, just to appreciate things and to really stop and say, you work hard, but like, I'm here. And my grandmother always would say, just get your foot in the door. Even after Golden Girls, I said, Grandma, we called her Mama, the foot's in the door. I got to get the rest of my body in. But that was a big turning point, and then just keep working hard at it. And
So let's brag a little bit. So you guys, not only did he write for the Golden Girls, I wrote all these things down, and he's done a million plays. You guys, he wrote for Roseanne. He wrote for
the Lesbian Kiss episode, the very famous Lesbian Kiss episode.
Gilmore Girls, which was like a huge show. He wrote the
still
very
is.
full.
Both Brady Bunch movies. Yeah.
Is Gilmore Girls still going on?
They made a Netflix 4 episodes, but the fan base has been huge, and they have an annual fan festival in Connecticut called Fan Fest Society, and I have made such a good family of friends. These people that follow me from Dallas to see my plays, because we bonded over Gilmore Girls, and they're just such wonderful people. And through these different conventions, I've been on the Golden Girls cruise. They're doing one to Sicily. You should go to Sicily next September. There was a Golden Con in Chicago. We did 2 of those. So I love meeting the fans. I'm not, like a celebrity like you are, Ron. They get noticed. They get noticed. People don't know writers. So when people come up and talk to me and they find out that I'm a writer on the shows, they always say, I hope you don't mind, but can I tell you what your words meant to me? And I go, please. It just is so gratifying that still after all these years, people find meaning, and whether they were laughing or they got to sit down with their grandparents and share Golden Girls with them.
Okay, let me say something. 64 years in the business. You know how many writers I've met? Who knows? Can I give you a number?
Pick one.
How come I met you and you stood out? And I fell madly in love with you and everything you did. And I laughed my ass off at your work.
That's the glasses.
From the Golden Girls to the shows that I've seen of yours, your little plays in LA. I know shit from Shinola. Stanley, why you're not the number one in our business, I'll never know. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass or making.
I wish you would. Yeah. I wish somebody would.
No, seriously. You are just genius. You are capable of turning a boring script into something magnificent. You're an artist at what you do. And I so appreciate the art of our business because I love our business. I grew up in it. And I don't like what's happening to it. So when I come in contact with you, I get happy again. I say, thank God there's one person that knows what the fuck they're doing. Because I don't like working with people that are not professional. I'm a snob. I have to tell you that. I mean, if a director's not the right one, I get a lot of offers, believe it or not, for work. When they need an old man that can walk and talk and look good, get Russell. So they get the 100-year-old. And a lot of the people, I just say, I'm sorry, but I don't do $2 movies. Period. Because I don't. Because they stink. And they're not fun to do because they're done in a kitchen with a cell phone. And that's not who I wanted to be.
They're not as bad as $2 movies, but
no,
Yeah,
but
they're like $4.50. Yeah.
I've done I've done a lot of television years ago. I mean, I've done stuff that I'm proud of, and I don't want to end dead like Betty Davis did. But I knew Betty well, and I said that to Betty one time. I said, "Baby Jane," and she said,
I loved it.
and she went like that.
See, that was totally up my alley. So now you're a reality TV star too.
I've done that. Yes. And also now I'm going around the country performing as the narrator in my suicide awareness play. And I'll be in Austin January 20 and 21st. And that's been really special to be able to provoke conversation and hopefully save lives. And I use real suicide notes from like Kurt Cobain and Virginia Woolf and Peg Entwistle and many people, Hollywood people that you would know, James Wales, but also kids that were bullied, LGBTQ people. And it's been just a very gratifying, powerful experience. I created it after the death of a very close friend of mine by suicide about 11 years ago.
Wow.
So I'm honoring his life, and I want to just start the conversation of people to live for what's around the corner, 5 minutes or
Yep.
5 hours from now. And
Beautiful. It's beautiful. I also saw though that you're like you did a bunch of episodes where you're the TV host, Brunch Date.
we did Brunch Date. That was really fun. I did that. I did years ago. I did Sean Hayes produced a series on Bravo called Situation Comedy, which was kind of a TV version of Project Greenlight, and we were looking for the next great sitcom. And I was the showrunner and host of that. And I talk about that in my book. So nobody watched the show. So we got to the finale. We had to announce the winners to America. And I said to Andy Cohen, was the network executive. He was just starting out. And I said, just give me a studio, some couches. We'll bring back the contestants and me and Sean, and we'll show clips.
Mhm.
And then suddenly now you see the Real Housewives reunion show. So I wonder where he got that idea. Huh.
Yeah, where he did that
I
from.
wonder.
No, I
You know what else I wonder?
Hmm.
Why somebody hasn't snagged you yet. You
well,
are
I'll be down in Palm Springs, so
so
I
adorable.
I
You are-
expect you to start fixing me up with some eligible bachelors.
No, I think you're the problem.
Okay, all right. If you
Seriously.
can identify it, I'll work on it. I swear to
No,
God.
you are the problem.
The
Because
pro-
I'm sure there are so many guys that flip over you, you just don't see it. No, really.
Maybe I need new lenses. I don't know.
No.
You're
no.
a catch though.
You are a catch. You're successful. You're intelligent. You're well spoken. You're good looking. You're
I can
thin.
dance like there's
No.
nobody's business.
No.
I can dance like there's nobody's
Right.
business.
I mean, how many Jews are out there looking? I got so many Jewish people that were looking.
So wait, let's ask you. So is there? What are some of the shows that you, as a writer, that are out nowadays that you actually like, that you think these are good quality shows? Do you watch? First of all, do you even watch TV? I don't even know.
I do. I don't know if I could write it, but The Gilded Age, I absolutely adore. And the man Michael Engler, who produces and directs it, he also directed Downton Abbey the movie. We were at NYU together as acting students, and I turned to him and I said, "You should be a director, not an actor." And he went to Yale Drama School, and the first thing I wrote, he directed, and I did love that show. And it's filled with every Broadway star. I mean, it's crazy. It's such an interesting period of New York history back then.
Yes.
I'm really enjoying that. I really grew into. I liked Hacks.
Love Hacks.
I loved the Bridget Everett show with Jeff Hiller on.
Now we don't know what that one is.
Yeah, that was really good. Somebody Somewhere, really, really complex and funny and dramatic and just really great.
We loved Hacks though. I wanted Hacks to come back, but it didn't seem to come.
No, it's coming back. I got to work with Jean Smart on the Brady Bunch movie, and she is hysterical. I mean, she is such a good actor, but
Oh,
she
I love
is
her. She's
so funny.
Yeah.
And I love getting her to
She
see.
played Mom Brady. Is she played Mom Brady on the Brady Bunch?
No, she played the neighbors next door. She was Michael McKeon's wife.
Okay.
And she kind of had the hots for the two Brady boys, which you couldn't do nowadays.
Right.
So there's one scene where we wrote where she has two of the boys and she goes, "Oh, I'm in a Brady sandwich," which you couldn't say today.
Couldn't.
But we got away with it then. And
That's
yeah.
another subject we can have one day.
Oh, yes. That's a lot
Done
of
to strips. I mean, it's pathetic. Just pathetic. They go from one extreme to another. They go from showing Julianne Moore shitting on a toilet bowl, wiping her butt, and looking at the shit in the toilet paper. That's okay. But if you do something that's a little risque, they cut you right out.
Yeah.
I don't
I
understand.
can't stand seeing famous A-list celebrities
Doing
pooping on
that.
the toilet in movies, and we've seen a lot of it.
And
lately.
it's so it's
I
so
look away. It's like when a horror movie. Don't go near the
I
toilet.
start screaming. She's such a great actress. She doesn't need to
no,
do that.
no. You know why? Years ago, when Marilyn Monroe was alive, my best friend, Miss Tommy, I have to call her Miss Tommy because that was his name, Miss Tommy, loved Marilyn Monroe. I wanted to beat the shit out of him one night. We were walking home from the movies after seeing a Marilyn Monroe movie. And he was carrying on about how she's like more than God, Jesus Christ, the Messiah, everybody rolled into one. I said, Tommy, she shits and pees like everybody. Well, she does not. I said, what do you mean she does not? He said, she does not do those things. I said, are you out of your mind, you sick queen? Of course she does. She would be, he swore up and down that Marilyn Monroe did not pay. I said, she did worse than that. I said, she swallowed.
Oh my God.
Oh, he went nuts on me. He went nuts. I'll never forget that. Walking home, because we lived in Astoria, we walked from Steinway Street to our house. And he was upset with me for days. He said, maybe she does that, but you didn't have to bring it up. I didn't have to know that. That's how we revered stars in my day.
Yes, they were a little bit under a glass.
They were not human. They didn't fart. They didn't do any of that stuff. Never. Would you ever think of Greta Garbo or how about Rock Hudson? As gay as he is, gaying it up the butt, Nobody thought of those things.
Wait a sec. So who are
I
some?
thought he was a top.
No, Rock was the bottom. I think Rock was versatile. I knew Rock. No, I knew. I went out with one of his friends years ago, many moons ago, and I got a lot of dirt on Rock, but I knew him.
So wait a second. Do you have certain what stars from the golden age are ones that you always really liked a lot, or you either watched their movies, or if you could make a movie with any golden age stars, who are some of the stars that you would want if it was possible to go back in time? Who would you have liked to have worked with from the golden age?
Well, Gene Kelly.
Oh, that's terrific.
That's
I love Gene Kelly.
I loved him. I loved his physicality. And Singing in the Rain is my absolute favorite movie ever.
Oh, that's terrific.
I loved it. I mean, Donald O'Connor was great. I got to meet Debbie Reynolds. I still have some matches with her name on it. Yeah, I mean, that was just a funny movie. I mean, anything with the Wizard of Oz, Ray Bolger would have been. I mean, he was so extraordinary, never really got his due, but he was really special.
Is he my favorite Martian?
No,
Oh.
he was.
Ray Bolger was a scarecrow.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Very funny guy. And now you're going to laugh to someone a little more modern that I almost got to work with, and I turned down a sitcom that she was doing, was the great Madeline Kahn.
Oh, wow.
I could kick myself on that one
Oh,
because she was just in everything. What's Up, Doc, and Paper Moon, and I mean, just Young Frankenstein. She was friggin'
damn,
wonderful.
you loved her. I lived on 75th and 3rd in Manhattan, and Madeline lived around the corner from me. So from time to time, I'd run into her in the street because there was a French bakery underneath my building, a famous French bakery. And one day I met her, and I said to myself, how she finds her way home, I'll never know. Loaded, she was a pothead. She was like this, and she was that big, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I got to see her on stage on the 20th Century. Remember, it was Calvin Klein and Imogene Coca.
Yes, that was another one I knew.
Yeah, that was great.
Well,
and Dick Van Dyke's show and Mary Tyler Moore. I mean, that was just really important to me to see a writer, like a TV show about a writer. And I just thought, I want to be in that room and I want to find, a blonde girl with a little black bow in her hair that would be my best friend at work. And so that was seminal for me as well.
We watch a lot of MeTV at night, and on Sunday nights at 11 o'clock, Dick Van Dyke is on. The Dick Van Dyke Show is on.
That was so smart for its day. I just remember, and when he'd skip over the little ottoman thing, and I loved his physicality. So that goes back to like a Gene Kelly. The way he used his body.
He just had a birthday a couple days ago.
Yeah, and
he's like 98 or something.
Still the person that you probably wish you could have met was Milton Berle. And I knew Milton Berle very well.
He scares me.
He
scared him too.
Scared me. I was 18 years old and he chased me all over a restaurant on 3rd Avenue. So
yeah, he seemed very aggressive. I probably would lean more towards the women. I mean, I wish I worked with Carol Burnett. I was obsessed with her show growing up.
Not every night at 11.
I would love.
I couldn't stay up. I'd fall asleep probably within the first 20 minutes. And I loved the dancers. I wanted to be an Ernie Flatt dancer. Remember them?
Oh, sure I do.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a dancer too. He tried out for West Side
Story.
I tried out. The last audition I did was for the film of All That Jazz.
Oh,
Oh, my
wow.
God.
That was
I
a good
couldn't do the routine, and I saw I was studying at Joffrey Ballet, and I saw my teacher at the audition, and I thought, I don't belong here. I'm not that of caliber of a dancer. I started way too late, but I love the chorus line, and I love all that. I did get to dance with Rudolph Nureyev. That's in the book with Joffrey Ballet, and I was on Broadway for a month. Joffrey and Nureyev did a show at the Mark Hellinger Theater.
You're a real dance. I never danced professionally in my life. And a friend of mine was auditioning for West Side Story. So I went with him and they threw me off the stage. You don't know how to dance. I said, I never said I did.
I did Cool, from West Side Story, in my bedroom upstairs. My shag carpet, there was it folded down because I would slide. Cool, you had to slide at the end. And my parents were like, "What are you doing up there?" I'm like, "West Side Story. What do you think? You can't hear it?"
No, I love doing the dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh, but boy, crazy boy.
Oh yeah, because I was going to be a Puerto Rican. Because
Got a rocket in your pocket. Come on.
Yeah, I look like a Puerto Rican because black hair and Italian. What difference? And it was a joke. They really found it funny, because they knew I was kidding around.
Do you like any of the modern musicals? Like Ron really hated the one that won the Academy Award a couple of years ago. Now I forgot.
La La Land.
Yeah, he
Oh,
couldn't
it
stand
wasn't.
that
It was
one.
a
He didn't
joke.
like
It
at
was.
all.
It was a joke. It was a bad idea.
He probably knows the guy who wrote it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I mean, I appreciated that they were wanting to reinvent it for modern day. I love Ariana DeBose, who played the new Anita in West Side Story. I thought she is just. I can't wait to see what she does because, she was in Hamilton. She sings, she dances. I just think she is one of those people like Alan Cumming and Kristen Chenoweth that just.
You missed Broadway.
What?
You missed Broadway and New York.
Yeah, so I'm just got a little timeshare in New York, so I'm going to be spending more time there. I still am carrying this dream of doing more theater in New York and being there more of my life.
You'll be good. You'll be success. I know.
I hope so. So I think I just have to. They have to see me there physically.
The guy that we like so much with the book.
Oh, my buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Julian Schlossberg.
Do you know Julian Schlossberg?
You don't
I know of him. Yes.
We need to introduce you to him when you're in
He's a
New York. 'Cause
dog.
he's a great guy, and
He's a dog.
we had him on the show several times. And
Make it happen. Come on, do it. It's called a shidduch. That's a Yiddish term.
he's
for
really good in
connection.
that. I'll send an email connecting you guys.
Yeah, I'll talk. I'm going to, Jimmy and I, we're moving back east. We're moving to the Hamptons, where I'm from.
Wow. Yeah.
I love. We're going to East Hampton to live in a 55 and over community.
When?
Which, as soon as we finish our commitments, we have 6 or 7 movies that both of us are doing, and it's stupid to fly back and forth. I mean, it's insane. So we're going to stay here. As soon as those movies are all shot, then we will be bi-coastal. We will be here when we have to, I hope in the winter, to get out of the cold, but we'll be back. But Julian Schlossberg is telling me to get, he read my script of the movie I wrote, the what is it called, the movie? The Cursed Gift of Magic or some shit. And he loved the script because it's funny. I think I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
We changed it some.
I changed a lot of it.
The
But
thing that Lainey Kazan was going to do?
Lainey was supposed to do it, but Lainey's not feeling so hot. Lainey's not able. She told me she could only give us like 8 hours a day. I said, Lainey, we can't. That's a big, heavy budget.
Including
will you be in New York April 16th?
We might be visiting because we're going there.
Yes.
So I have a very exciting event. I'm book signing and play signing at the Drama Bookshop the night of April 16th. It's a Tuesday at 7:30. So the little theater nerd high school student is actually going to be at the Drama Bookshop for a signing event. And so
if we're in town, we'll certainly be there.
I would love to see you guys there.
So wait, because we've only got like 5 minutes left. I want to make sure we
finish my story.
Oh.
So Julianne said that since Lainey may not be able to do it, I should use oh my God, from the nanny, who played the nanny.
Fran Drescher, yes, she's in my book.
Either Fran Drescher or the mother, who Renee
Taylor. Yeah.
Renee Taylor. Renee Taylor's 90. How can she look like my wife? I know they got to age me a lot, and it would be really ridiculous. But I love Renee. She's a sweetheart. I know her for a lot of years. So Fran Drescher.
What did you do with Fran Drescher?
We were on a deal at Sony, and we have to read the book to find out what I really did.
There you go. So that's what we really want to know. So hey,
Yeah, wait a minute.
tell us.
Wait, before he goes off the air. Listen, send me one for free and sign.
I will.
And write a sentiment in it.
It was the last season of The Nanny, and we were on a deal at Sony, and they said, go to Fran's house on the beach and work off some of your contract. And so it was not my kind of show. I love her, and I know her ex-husband, Peter, and I think she's fantastic. And but it was, not my kind of style, really, of writing.
So wait, tell him.
wait. Fran came on our show, and she's sitting there with wet hair, no makeup, in a white terry cloth robe. And I heard her say to her assistant, "You didn't tell me it was television. I thought it was radio."
It was
That's a good impression of her. Yes, I would love to work with her. I think she'd be great in a play on stage. We'd offered her. I think you came to see Knife of the Heart. We offered her the mother role in that.
Yes.
In New York. I think if we ever do it, I think she'd be really great in it.
I love
So
her.
you guys
We
listen.
talked about how she met Peter, and the first date she had was at the Flushing Theater in Main Street, Flushing, New York, and that Peter, she fell in love with him immediately, and the movie was Jaws, and she just went on and on and on.
So you guys can follow us.
I'd like to work with
I
her.
was so scared of Peter when we were on staff there. I think he was still in the
He's
closet.
gorgeous.
He's gorgeous and lovely, and I've hired him as the director.
He's a sweetheart of a guy. We just saw him on Santa Monica Boulevard. We bumped into him a couple of months ago. Looking great.
So hang on, you guys. You can follow us. First of all, everything for Stan Zimmerman is backwards. So if you want to go to his website, you can go to ZimmermanStan.com. He has really a great website. It's very informative. You can follow him on Instagram at Zimmerman at ZimmermanStan. His book is coming out on February when?
February 13th, in time for Valentine's Day. I'm going to see you in Palm Springs at the party at Quads.
Absolutely, I will be
How
there.
much does your book sell for?
$17.95.
Very
Cheap, you
good.
guys.
Good price.
It's on the
wait,
Quad's
how
on the
many-
13th or the 14th.
The party's on the 14th. The book comes out the 13th.
Hey,
How many
There's
pages?
some cute pictures. There's pictures.
How many
Me with Vanessa Williams, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Whoopi Goldberg,
are you doing
Priscilla Presley. Yep.
are you doing a signing on the 13th?
Yes. No, I have nothing planned on the 13th. If you know of something, but the signing will be the 14th at Quads.
Okay.
The book signing.
They have a cool bookstore. Everybody does stuff on. I don't know the name of it though, but we go there.
Palm Springs.
Yeah, there's a really
Oh.
cool store that sells books and all kinds of stuff, but they always do book signings of all the famous people.
It's what do you call it?
The one on the corner, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Oh my God. It's cool.
Anyway, we gotta
It's
go.
a
Well, I'll see you
beautiful-
at the
beautiful-
tea dance at Oscars, right?
No,
What do you say?
Never?
he said I'll see you at the tea dance at Oscars.
No, we don't go to the bars. They're all kids. They're all
Anyway, so you guys please follow Stan Zimmerman. Check out all his things. Everybody go rent Ladies of the 80s, A Diva Christmas, or watch it free online at Lifetime. What is it? Lifetime?
MyLifetime.com.
MyLifetime.com.
We're gonna watch it tonight. Can
Cause-
you send us a string?
No, we're going to pay for it. You're going
No,
to pay
I never
$3.
paid.
Come on, you just said I should make a couple of shekels.
Wait a
Yes,
minute.
you're going to
Listen,
pay for
I
it.
gotta explain. You know Mr. Blackwell, right? The name.
Yes, of course.
Mr. Blackwell was like my father, my best friend, my savior. I loved him. And he taught me one thing. He said, Ron, you are press, you are media, you sell things for people. You must never pay for anything. If they want it, they have to pay for it because you're stupid. If you go and promote something and pay to promote it, what are you, a schmuck? He said, you gotta let them give you something.
Which, by the way, I want to thank everyone because we were like number 9 on iTunes this week, and out of like 1.8, I think there's 1.8 million shows like this. So we were number 9, and we are in the top 100 in 10 countries.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will give you a signed free copy of this book, but you have to see me in person in Palm Springs.
We will. We're definitely going to see you in
Stanley,
person.
Dan,
He wants you to come to
we're
dinner.
not, we're not bullshit. I'm going to make you a beautiful Italo-Hebraic meal because that's how I mean, no, don't laugh. Don't laugh.
We got to go though.
I
Gotta
can make-
go. Something
make
weight
I'll
conscious.
make you pizza
No, our next
into
guest.
matzo.
No,
Pizza.
no carbs.
You ever have?
No carbs, she said.
Wait, you never ate my you never ate my Yiddish pizza, which is matzah pizza. I make a pizza out of matzah.
Wow.
So crispy, so delicious.
To quote my food icon, the late Suzanne Summers, be fit, don't be fanatical. So if you make it, I'll eat it.
There you go. I
Well,
love
I
it.
don't know if I made it.
Congratulations, Stan, and have a happy New Year. Be
You
safe.
too. I'll see you in 24.
Yes,
All right.
you're terrific.
Bye. Love you guys.
Maybe
Love
see
you
you.
too.
See you.
Bye, B.
We'll definitely be there. I
that'd
love
be
that
fun.
guy.
All right, you
I
guys.
really love him.
So now what we're going to do real quick is play a quick music video, and we're going to bring on our next guest, you guys. So the
But
music video.
if you all out there only knew how talented that man was,
Okay, we got to go.
oh, you'd be so
we're done
proud
with
to
him
know.
now.
No, shut up. I'm proud to know him. He's such a talented guy.
So you guys, we're getting ready to bring on Revolutions. Here's my favorite video because it's got aliens. This is Spiral Galaxies by Revolution. Enjoy, and when we come back, we'll have the band on with us. Enjoy.
One day, quite suddenly, thoughts of spiral galaxies sprung on out of me. Come and visit us.
Wow,
All
what a
right.
video.
So you guys,
What a video.
now we're going to bring on, you guys, Revolution, and we're also bringing on Dr. Stryker, who we don't know, but we're going to meet him right now with you guys. So bring them all on. There's, oh God, no, Dave.
Hey,
No.
Hi.
Well, I looked at the video because you know me, I believe in extraterrestrials. You know that we're all from another planet. And I said to Jimmy, who did this video? And he said, Olga. I said, what a stupid question for me to ask. Olga is not only my secret lover, but she's also
hey.
no, shut the fuck up. You've got a chance. You're lucky I don't drive long distances anymore, or I'd be up.
Hang on. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, 3 of the members of Revolution, Olga Perry, Noah Mansfield, and Dave Kendrick, along with Dr. Stryker's Dr. Stryker.
Hey,
Yeah,
how are you
hello.
guys?
This is Ron Russell. Since you've never
Okay.
met him, I'm Jimmy
No,
Star.
no,
Wait.
No, who's that guy?
Yeah.
no. You know I tell the truth.
Yeah.
Music got better. I like that song. No, really, I was never a fan of your music. You know that. Too noisy for me. But that one with the space thing, I love it. Love the video. Love the song. Love the music. I'm really.
It's great to have an in-house video genius. It's
Yes,
very-
it does.
No,
Having
I'm
Olga
really
helps.
proud of my buddy. I'm proud of him. He did a good job. He played nice music.
Dave, you look good. We haven't seen you in a long time, so it's nice to see
thank
you.
you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Dr.
New Year,
Stryker,
yeah.
we know you. We're going to talk with you in just a second. As soon as we catch up a little bit with Noah and Olga.
James doesn't play on drums. He plays on garbage pails.
Yeah.
Remember that night you were with the garbage pail?
I do.
I was so impressed. I said, I don't believe this fucking guy. He plays the garbage pail, and it sounds so good.
Hey, it was Home Depot's finest.
Yes, it was.
So how are you now? What's new?
Oh, no, same old stuff, you know. Just,
Did you invent a rocket to Mars yet for us to live in?
oh yeah, I'm over that though. That's
Yeah, Frank, you've been promising the Mars tour for quite some time now, and
yeah.
And
I,
how's the pot farm going?
yeah. Well, if Elon would get his fucking spaceship ready, I could, you know.
Yeah.
What is it?
If Elon could get a space show to see, and Olga didn't mention. He wants to know how's your farm, Olga?
The pot farm.
My farm is doing good. I have all my food grown by myself.
Now, what kind of food? What kind of actual food do you grow?
Everything I like. Everything I want to grow, I grow. I have 2 acres, so I have
So give
an
me an example though of like the kinds of things that you grow on your farm.
pomegranates, plums, apples, pears,
Tomatoes.
I
tomatoes,
like all that stuff.
onion.
bamboo.
God, I even don't know.
Bamboo.
Can't eat it, but it grows well.
Couple guavas, lychees, Jesus. Everything I want.
I love it. So you guys, the reason that I invited Noah to come on and Revolution, which we want to say hi to everybody else in the band.
Because we never get to see them unless we invite them on our
we
show,
want to.
because they're real fucking snobs.
Real stuck up band.
So you guys,
Snobs.
But
Snobs.
listen,
Snobs.
Saturday, you
I'm in
guys,
love with your wife and you keep her from me. How dare you?
so you guys, Revolution is
I love you,
It's
Oscar. I really
Revolution,
do.
you guys, hang on. Revolution's playing a show Saturday, February 3rd at Universal Bar and Grill with Dr. Stryker. I guess
Yeah.
Dr. Stryker's the headliner. Big Choppers, Revolution, and Clem Darling and the Astronauts. I love that name. I think it's great. So, Dr. Stryker, first of all, is that what we call you, Dr. Stryker?
Yes.
So tell us a little
what's
bit
your-
about you. Tell
What's
us your
scene?
deal.
What's your deal? What's your scene? Who are you? How do you know?
I'm Dr. Stryker. I rock major fucking ass. I have a 3-part band: guitar, drums, bass. We shred, do a full dance on tables. Everything's wireless. It's going to be giant electro punk explosion. Very heavy, very light. Lots of music. It's going to be big.
I watched a lot of your videos.
Oh, so
yesterday.
where is this again? Slowly, and when? We have a lot of old people on our show.
All good. Universal Bar and Grill.
Show set up.
So Universal Bar and Grill in North Hollywood, February 3rd, 7 p.m. doors, 8 p.m. show.
And how much is a ticket?
$10.
$10. This
Good.
is what the flyer looks like.
What do we get for $10?
You get to go in the
Your pocket. You can also go on Eventbrite at Love Bomb Party.
Are you giving away any? Are you giving away any pot jelly?
He doesn't even understand that because, like, that's
No.
nothing.
At the door, you should have a little teaspoon, and everybody that walks in, give them a little pot jelly.
Butter. It was
Well,
butter.
I've
Pot
seen it
butter.
happen on a risk.
We use acid these days, Ron. It's
We
easier.
use that these days.
Yeah,
so
an entire
no,
container of Altoids. Just take one.
there you go. Yeah.
Did you know I was from the era when acid was invented? Would you believe that? I'm so fucking old. I remember when nobody ever heard of acid, and suddenly it became the thing. And I would go to parties, and people would be crying, looking in the mirror. They saw skeletons. I mean, it was freaky.
So I want to know. So how did Revolution meet Dr. Stryker? No, or Olga or Dave?
Well, we've done gigs. I was actually for the last show on Earth. I was the bass player in Dr. Stryker's band. It was awesome. But we go back years now. We did 3 shows in let's see, Molly Malone's that punk place in Long Beach, and then
the
that
tour.
backyard in-
The tour. We went SoCal for a tour.
Yeah, we did.
I actually, I think I met No in Modesto, playing in
That's
the middle of
right.
the Central Valley, and he showed up. And it was one of the most bizarre shows. It was, just at the end, we took the American flag and had everybody just put their hands straight right through it. Went around.
So I think that. So
Right.
tell us, how did you come up with the name Dr. Stryker?
Everybody in my family's a doctor.
For real?
Yeah, for real. So I was at my brother's graduation from medical school, and everybody's standing and staring at me, and they're like, "So when are you going to be a doctor?" And I said, "Well, I'm already a doctor. I'm not going to do that." So I bought a lab coat.
Doctor, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some title of bullshit doctor.
I have a doctorate from a college,
What kind of doctor?
a doctorate of education.
Are you a doctor of education?
Yeah, that's what a doctor is.
I'm a doc-
His family. Are your family medical doctors then?
Yeah, medical.
I'm
yeah.
a doctor also, a doctor of bullshit.
So how did you come up with Dr. Stryker though? Then because you could have been Dr. Anything.
Da. I want
You know
to.
what? Out of all of you,
Okay.
out of all of you, the only interesting one is Olga. And Olga she was in Russia. She was a woman's doctor. What is that called?
No.
What's a woman's doctor called?
Gynecologist.
Yeah, just
Also, she had her own radio show. Also, she's
scientist.
scientist. I mean, the woman is total
And an artist.
and she's beautiful. And I don't know how he got her. No,
Dave.
how
How do you think? How did Noah hook up? How did he actually get Olga?
I mean, really?
Dave, what do you
Order me by mail from
I
Russia.
shipped her in.
And she's also a wonderful comic.
She's
Meanwhile,
funny as hell.
like, I want to blow Nose cover. Everybody thinks Nose is way out rock and roll guy that's stoned and crazy. Meanwhile, he's a scientist, and No has developed housing for the moon or Mars.
Mars.
No is a genius. He just does this music shit to play around, but he's really a genius. So
I
I'll-
do it
that's why they
Say
fell
that
in love.
again. No, say that again.
I do it to get on your show. Otherwise,
Yeah, right. It's so exciting being here. But anyway,
Yeah.
we make believe. Olga, what's new, my sweetie?
Oh, remember you said to tell you when my book will come out. It came out a year ago. And I already sold 100,000 copies of it
Did you really?
yeah.
Well, congratulations.
already.
What's
I
the
was
name? Tell us what the name of it is.
Hold it up so we see it.
What's it say?
Bring
I
it
can't
in.
see
Bring
it.
it in. Bring it in,
It
Olga.
says.
Bring it in.
It says.
Good.
It's in the
It
famous
says-
creativity, something in recovery with the sacred mushroom. But what's it actually called? With Amanita? I don't even know what the hell that said. Microdosing. Okay, I can see that. With Amanita Muscat. Who's Amanita? Is that you?
No, Amanita muscaria is the name of the mushroom.
Mushroom.
So you wrote a book on.
So wait, is the
On
mushroom?
mushrooms.
Is the mushroom like the one we used to
And she
eat?
sold 100,000 copies.
It's a study. I was running it for 4 years, and 20,000 people were involved. So I was collecting all the, documenting all the, they were taking microdosing of that mushroom, and I was recording the results. And then I put it in statistic, and I published that book. It was published in August, 2022, and it's over 100,000 sold.
Yeah.
That is
How
incredible.
many
'cause
was
you know,
it? Wait, how
over 100,000 copies
You
sold.
sold 100,000 copies?
I didn't publish it myself. The publisher bought it from me. So
Okay.
it's a Park Press Avenue. It's a big publishing company. So they took my book, they published it all over, and it's translated in Polish language. So I'm gonna have another interview in January with this book translated in Poland.
Do you speak Polish?
I don't have to. We're gonna speak English. The Polish language is I speak
Is this like the mushroom
just
that,
better.
Alga, is this like the mushroom that everybody used to do years ago to get high?
No, it's a very old mushroom, and it has some medicinal qualities. And but it was portrayed over the years. It's a poison, and it kills you. And I studied 20,000 people. Nobody died. Obviously. And then I ran my 2-year study on guinea pigs. I was feeding them with those mushrooms with very small doses. Nobody died. I got 5 generations of guinea pigs, mothers and children and children and children. Nobody died. I proved it to myself.
Adverse
So wait a
effects, and
minute,
there was no adverse
what's
effects.
what's the benefit of this mushroom?
It cures depression. It's it's a painkiller. It's painkiller much stronger than opioids. It takes addictions like alcohol, methadone, heroin, all kinds of addictions, and it's a big percentage. It's over 80%. And it cures some neurological diseases. It's all here. I studied 120 medical conditions. Most of them so, but I pointed several conditions. But the discovery, my own, with this group of people was it cures addiction. Nobody ever talked about it, and we discovered it by accident. Because when I started it 4 years ago, I didn't know what's going to happen. I was just going for result, not for positive result, just for result. Does it do the job or not? And we discovered.
Genius. Like, that's unbelievable. I mean, I know we joke around with you a lot, but that's seriously impressive as fuck.
Oh, very.
That's
It is.
impressive.
Alga.
Oh, you like to talk about teeth and stuff, but I'm science.
Yeah. It's nice though that you're beautiful and you have tits and you're a genius all together. You can mix them all together. It's fabulous.
Got the whole package.
Yeah.
Hey, so David has been around the world a couple times with the Enemy Band.
Alga, do me a favor.
Ah.
Do me a favor, Alga. Invent something that makes me younger.
He doesn't want to get older.
No, I'm too,
Acid, I'm telling you.
I'm too old already.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
we
know
need to work on the time machine.
Dr. Stryker, you look like really like young, like you're like a kid compared to the rest of us. So you either have really good genes and you don't age, or you're just like a kid.
No, he's probably older than all of us. He just has good makeup.
Yeah, it's just the genetics.
And-
My grandmother
and
smoked
good
for 70
lighting.
years.
Your grandmother what?
My grandmother smoked a carton a week for 70 years.
Oh wow.
It's just the genetics.
Okay, so you have good genetics. So let's go back to music a little bit for a second. So all of you guys are musicians. Dr. Stryker, who's some influences for you as you and your band? Like, try and pick somebody that maybe we've heard of.
Devo, Van Halen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Devo, that band.
Devo, yes.
Yeah. Van
Dave,
Halen.
I totally think that you don't like play that up enough. I really do.
Play what?
Agreed. Well,
That he's the drummer for Devo. He was in Devo. Devo was a fucking huge band in the 80s.
You know what?
90s.
You know what I have learned in all my 83 years of life? Nobody gives a shit. They really don't. They make believe for the moment. Oh, like I was Jane Russell's best friend forever, right? And I'll say that. And they go, oh, and it's gone. They don't really give a shit that I was Jane Russell's best friend. And it's the same thing with you. Oh, so big deal. You banged a drum. Okay, next.
But he was in Devo.
It doesn't matter. But if he,
Yeah, that's different. It's like saying you were Jane Russell.
no,
Yeah.
he turns around and said, I'm going to show you my 14-inch dick. Everybody would go, okay, let's look. That's something that interests people. Unfortunately, fans are stupid.
Speak for yourself, Derek.
all right, I have something to show you.
14-inch dick.
Oh, he's ready to show us
Now
something. that's gonna be
everybody's
scary.
going to look.
It's gonna be like a bong made out of a penis.
No,
It's not a 14-inch. It's 28 inches.
Okay. I bought him pillows for Christmas, and they're 28 inches, and they're huge. So
No, but seriously, people hear you, but they don't hear you. You know what I'm talking about. No.
Sure.
And
Well, some people there's a lot of people where music still has a huge part of their lives, and we try to gear towards that. But yeah, overall, so it's still interesting to somebody. So
yeah, somebody.
I think it's interesting to like lots of people.
yeah,
So
I agree.
he doesn't even know who Devo is. So
I most certainly do know who Devo. You weren't even born yet when Devo was out.
sure, I was 1980. What year? 80. I was in high school.
Okay, that's a good time for it.
I was in the 80s when Devo was big, and I was definitely
Nobody cares when I say that I'm tall, gorgeous, fabulous, intelligent, and wonderful and terrific. No one really cares.
Oh well.
What we do.
They do. They do. So wait. So
Hey, wait a minute. When are we going to see you two? You never come down to this shithole, LA. How come?
they're playing on February 3rd. If you want, you can go.
Are we going?
Yeah, you better go.
You know,
Yeah,
I
February
don't
3rd.
pay to get in. You know that. I'm comped. I go nowhere where I pay. That's my appearance is my promotion. And you're lucky I don't charge you to go there. I have to promo.
So wait, I want to know. Wait, I want to go back. So Dr. Stryker had Van Halen and Devo. Dave Kendrick. Who were some? Because you're like such an accomplished musician. Who were some of your like influences growing up?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was an Anglophile, like the Who, Kinks, Stones, Beatles, psychedelia, which to this day is still a big influence, and some songwriters. I never got that out of my system. And I do not know why I chose drums. It chose me, and I've never had a lesson in my life, but I got pretty good at it. So,
Well, I'm going to impress you because Jimmy thinks I don't know anything. Earl Palmer was a very dear friend of mine for many, many years. If you know who Earl Palmer is, the most famous studio drummer is Earl Palmer. So I'm not.
Have you ever heard of Earl Palmer?
Everybody has.
I have, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Earl Palmer was probably one of the best drummers we had.
So Dave, I have another question for you. Do people ever tell you now that you're a little bit older that you could actually like be in the remake of Rocky Horror Picture Show because you look kind of like that dude from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I've grown my hair out. When it was short, I used to get Andy Warhol all the time. Now I get a whole assortment of other names.
But you really do look like the Rocky Horror Picture Show guy, and that's a compliment because
No, but
he
does look like Andy. I used to go to Studio 54. We'd see him in the inner circle. You weren't allowed to go there because you were nobody. But only the big shots would be in the inner circle, which was roped off.
So wait, now it's your turn. Noah and Olga. So who were some of your musical influences growing up?
Mine?
Yeah.
I was 7 years in classical piano school, so he killed everything in me. And when I met him, so he's my influence.
Oh my gosh, that worked out perfect. All right, now so
by the way, Olga plays a very, very good piano in the rock group.
Keyboard.
Well, don't call it a piano?
No, I don't think. Do you call it a piano or a keyboard?
Keyboard.
Yeah, keyboard, because you can have either organ or synthesizer or piano on the same set of.
Okay, she plays keys.
Yeah, they do say keys also. That's good.
You see that?
They say keys.
I'm not as,
There, you're getting hip there, Ron.
I've been on the planet so long, it's very difficult to retain all the knowledge I've
So
learned.
Dr. Stryker, he's 83, in case you were wondering. Since
Yeah.
Noah and Olga and everybody already knows
And
that.
it's very difficult to remember everything.
His favorite musician is Johnny Mathis.
Yes, I am.
But you might not even be old enough to have ever heard of.
And I have to tell you that Johnny Mathis has just been given an award as the #1 album seller of the history of music. No one has sold more albums than Johnny Mathis. And he's 80, he's 83 years old, and he's booked in concerts all over the country.
Wow.
So good for 83-year-old people. No, he's actually older than I.
Yeah, I think he's 89 or
86 or something.
So wait, no, you didn't answer the question. Go back.
Well, I started out being a blues guy. So Muddy Waters, Professor Longhair. Well, I guess that's Boogie Woogie. But you know, what's his name? The guy at the
Aggie
cross.
Lee.
Robert Johnson.
Oh, Robert Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course Hendrix.
He's like a
Oh,
blues.
Hendrix.
They made a movie about Robert Johnson, didn't they? Or the movie that the Karate Kid guy was in, wasn't that about?
Yeah, that was sort of not about him, but it was sort of about the whole
About the
process.
crossroads. About
Yeah,
selling your
so,
soul.
there you go. Good job, Dave. All right.
Steve Vai in it.
Yes. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
So
But when I saw Hendrix play live, and my friend and I had run away from home, and we were going to move to California and be hippies, and we saw Hendrix went to a rock festival in Denver on the way, and I saw Hendrix, and I told my friend I'm going to go back and live with my parents and learn to play that way. And so we turned around and went back to Wisconsin, and then I slugged it out in Wisconsin for several years.
I'm glad you did, because we never would have met.
Yeah.
Frank and I we weirdly, at some point in our lives, we lived like 2 miles away from each other and had never met.
Yeah.
Back in the previous
Wisconsin?
century.
Because you had to wait for destiny to bring you.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
where in Wisconsin, Dave? Where did you live in Wisconsin?
No, I
No, this-
lived in Illinois.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
I was
Frank
born in
out-
Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay. Because my mom's family was from Wisconsin, so
Okay.
So for that, we make a story.
no, because no, we will give a plug. Noah's working with a new band, and I forgot their name, but they're also from Wisconsin. I talked to them the other day. What's the name of the band?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Oh, that's right. Because they don't have a good name. We have to come up with a better name.
We talked to them. They're still trying to figure out a name.
That was funny. But we were talking about Wisconsin, so that's all.
Yeah.
So you segued into your parents coming from
No,
Wisconsin.
just my mom. My dad's from Kentucky.
Like we give a shit about where your mother came from.
Oh well. So tell us what is going on for 2024. Revolution didn't play a lot in 2023, I don't think. I didn't see it on Instagram, which you guys can follow Instagram at Revolution, but it's Revolution with an SH, so it's REVOLUSHN.1. And the website is revolution.com. And Dr. Stryker's Instagram is what? Dr. Stryker?
Yeah, Dr. Stryker, just full spelled out DOCTORSTRIKER.
And actually, you guys should go to YouTube and check out Dr. Stryker. Just plug it in, Dr. Stryker Band, because he's got like all kinds of wild videos
Thanks.
I had
that were
fun
on
with-
there.
Remember when we danced to your music
At the Mars thing.
and I was a rabbit or something? Was I a rabbit?
Oh, yeah, you guys were on stage with us.
Yeah, no, you weren't a rabbit. You were the killer in Stranger Things.
No, I thought I was a rabbit.
No, he was the plant killer thing in Stranger Things.
But I danced to your music all night. We were out there.
That was a
stunning.
fun night, actually.
We
That
were
was a good
loaded
night.
out of our minds and we were dancing.
So wait, what's going on for 2024? If you guys go
We got a
Revolution,
new record to finish. We got a new record to make, and then
Yep.
hopefully playing. You know.
there you go.
Yep.
We got to play more shows. And what about you, Dr. Stryker? You got any other shows coming up that we should be telling people about?
Getting them, booking them. This is the first show. I moved to LA more recently. I
Where
lived
you
up in the Bay. Originally from Michigan, so we're all from the Midwest.
So yeah, this is proof that everyone still migrates to California for the
Yeah.
creative endeavors from elsewhere, and here we all are. So
Yeah.
I love it actually. We've actually been to Universal Bar and Grill a whole bunch of times
Oh
because
wow. Okay.
we've had a bunch of. We didn't go there for concerts.
We
We
were
went
there
there for
with-
like
no.
movie screenings.
No, weren't we there?
No.
Didn't we have dinner at the Universal? You and I and a couple.
No,
of people?
Universal Bar and Grill is where the Clown Motel did their premiere, one of their premiere parties. He was in a movie called Clown Motel 2, and they did a premiere party there. And you shot Clown Motel 2. You
Where-
shot it at Universal Bar and
What the
Grill.
fuck do I know?
Actually, we shot a scene. So he plays General Milan in this cult movie called Clown Motel 2. And
Must we go
and we
on?
actually shot his role in the Universal Bar and Grill back at the pool
Wow.
table area and stuff, and in the bathroom and stuff. It was funny as shit. So
That's a dump.
it's a dumpy place, but the
Oh,
food is
yeah.
really good,
Oh, I
guys. The
remember.
food is really, really good there. It's like they make great hamburgers.
I think I
Sound
made
is great,
two
too.
movies there.
Yeah,
We were in a movie with Ron too.
Yes, I know.
Right, we don't
Give
talk
us. But we won't mention it. But
We don't mention that shit.
piece of shit.
That's coming out in February.
hey, wait, it had us in it. So how bad could it be?
No, but that part is terrific. So I love it though. I think it's so cool that you guys met Dr. Stryker. You're doing your own
Hey,
thing.
wait a minute. Let's get this Dr. Stryker. What are we in love with him? Where are you from? What are you doing? Michigan.
Michigan.
What makes you
Yeah,
think?
what's your trip anyhow?
You don't look like a
Right.
rocker. He doesn't look like he belongs in the business. He looks like he should be a rabbi.
Rabbi Stryker, yes.
Rabbi Stryker, I like that. Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Me
Yeah. Like, yeah, I come from a long line of rabbis and
too.
doctors.
So you're a landsman. You're my landsman.
I do have to ask you a question. So that's not actually your studio, right? That's green screen because it's too
Oh,
beautiful.
definitely. Yeah. No, this is like.
It's totally green screen though. Like it looks really like nice. Actually,
Oh,
I
thanks.
saw
Yeah,
one.
I looked all over. I was like, "What am I gonna do for this?" It's I figured it was this one.
I actually saw
Ah.
you do a cover. I forgot who, but you do a cover of somebody on YouTube. I watched yesterday, and I was really impressed with it. It's part of an interview. Like the video goes from the music video to an interview, and all in the same video.
Mhm.
But I forgot what song it was for. But it was for something really good, I think. So you guys definitely want to check it out. It's not for the faint of heart. Neither is Revolution, you guys. It's like real music, real musicians playing real instruments. It's no auto tune, no.
They're a band.
Yeah, they're an actual band that actually
Like-
plays
like
instruments.
the
And if you
olden
guys
days.
really, I mean, we joke around a lot, but Dave Kendrick is one of the best best drummers on the fucking planet.
I'm
You gotta
telling you.
really like see.
He played on a garbage pail one night, and I was so I was really impressed. Dave, I really was.
No, it was
I
super
mean, he
great.
made a garbage pail sound like a drum.
So wait, so Dr. Strecker, what do you play? You play a guitar? What do you play? Or are you just a singer? You just sing, but you don't
I'm a
play guitar?
singer. Well, it was a one-man band. Then I brought in other members.
He's a cantor.
What?
You're a cantor. A Jew cantor, you know what that is? What kind of Jew are you if you don't know what a cantor is?
You'll have to look it up after the
That
show.
A singer, yeah.
Meanwhile, my very best friend, Barbara Rosenblatt, with one T, was the niece of Cantor Rosenblatt, who was the most famous Jewish cantor in the world.
Mhm.
You know the name Rosenblatt?
And that has to do with what?
No, it's Jewish people, when they hear the name of Cantor Rosenblatt, they start to cry because he was an extremely important rabbi.
So no, brag a little bit. Besides Revolution, who are some of the people who you've like played in the studio with? Let's brag a little bit so we can add some names to your list.
I can't remember.
Oh,
So David Kendrick was this guy, this skinny fucker from Illinois. He's really good.
Now, who else didn't you play with? Like Patti LaBelle or somebody?
Don't mention
I
Patty.
don't know. I'm guessing.
You played
Um,
with Patti LaBelle?
What was her name? The woman from the Supremes sang backup on
Connie
that.
Ross.
Remember that song "Ghost of Love," David?
You got to remember their name, Frank.
But wait, let's get back. You knew Patti LaBelle?
No, what was
No.
instead?
Oh, because I love.
Wait,
Patti
Dave, who
LaBelle.
have you played with? Because you must have played with a ton of people.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the group Sparks for quite a long time. Devo, Wall of Voodoo guys. I mean,
Oh,
a
Wall of
lot of
Voodoo, I know that. That's
music
Beth
and
Hart.
film, on a lot of movies and written a lot of songs too. A group called Shoo Shoo, kind of from arty experimental stuff. I always like music that is far left of center, and the psychedelic sounds of Revolution are perfectly
Put together for you.
And I like writing with Frank too. So
Actually,
Yeah.
that's so playing with the Dr. Stryker guy too, though, because their
Yeah.
music is just like that too. It's pretty like left of center also.
Yeah.
But it's very amazing because I think one of the things that you guys have going, both of you guys as bands have going for you, is the live show. Because I watched all kinds of videos, on YouTube, and
Yeah, but nothing
And
beats this video. Olga, brilliant. I love the video. I could have watched 10 minutes more.
We
yeah,
did-
that is a great video.
Because it's so me. I mean, I so believe in that. I'm so with that. I love that video. How did you do that? You're so smart to make all that shit happen.
And it's real aliens. That's the other
Very
thing.
good show, and David is a star. It's called Dog Gets High, and David is a superstar of that video.
Yes.
Yeah.
He plays a psychedelic victim. He took LSD and gun.
Mhm.
In parallel.
The music was really good. I enjoyed the
Good,
music.
good.
That's why I said to Jimmy, I said,
And we need to do another record so Olga can do more videos.
I have to say though, that is like all the videos that you guys put out look amazing. They're all really,
I
really
love
good.
that one.
But the live show, I think, is where all of you guys really have strength.
Well,
Both
thank
of
you
you
for
guys
that.
strength.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Revolution many times live. I haven't seen you yet, Dr. Stryker, but I watched the videos that were on YouTube before you came on, just so I would have an idea of what your music is all about.
You know,
And,
I fight with people all the time. They say, "Oh, Ron, you're insane. There's no such thing as aliens. There's no such thing as." I said, "You believe in Jesus Christ, right? Did you ever meet him? Did you ever see him? No, but you believe in him. He's a fictive. He's in your imagination. Where? Because somebody wrote a book and said this man is the son of God. So why can't I believe that we are aliens and we came here millions of years ago?"
Ancient Aliens is like his favorite show.
Yeah. I mean, we are aliens. If we ever got to another planet where there's civilization, we're going to see people like us.
I'm just. My thing is just the universe is so big. Do you really think that we're that special, that we're the only ones?
Right? You kidding?
Yeah, mathematically, there's got to be all kinds of life forms that we haven't even thought about.
No, I said to Jimmy, I wonder if they have smash and grab on another planet. Well, we're the only ones with the honor. You know,
So, David says that you also got a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Music Direction and Composition for the musical television series Adventures in Wonderland. That's people in the chat room are writing stuff about you.
That is true. Yeah.
So you have an Emmy. That's
it was very fun putting words in the mouths of Lewis Carroll characters. That was a good writing job. Yeah. I'm a lyric writer too, besides drummer, and
He wrote the lyrics for that video.
the outer space and science fiction themes we get to do in Revolution. All the space stuff is
no, and Olga, do you really believe what you put in that beautiful video?
Oh yeah, it's real. It's a documentary.
Yeah,
it's a doc. Yeah.
We have some aliens live in our garden, so we just.
And I so agree with you. I'm serious. People think we're nuts, but not. I agree with that.
Yeah, but then when Ancient Alien people have like a convention, like millions of people go to it. Like, so I think lots of people believe it. Either way, your videos, the videos that you do with the aliens,
great.
like, they're my favorite.
It's
Really
like
good.
everything. You got to know who you're with. You got to keep your mouth shut if you're with certain people about certain things because they think you're nuts. I mean, I don't give a fuck if they think I'm nuts because I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like only
To be quite frank,
we're averaging 5 million people a show.
So yeah, somebody said to me, "You know, you're disgusting." I said, "Yeah, 5 million people worth."
You gotta love it.
So whatever I do, I guess I do right.
So real quick because we've only got a minute. You guys want to go Saturday?
Oh, you
February?
were very quiet tonight.
Saturday,
today.
February 3rd at Universal
Why
Bar
do
and
you think
Grill.
you don't love me anymore? I'm making love to Olga.
Okay.
You don't love me anymore.
This is in California and Los Angeles. Yeah.
Los Angeles.
I thought you loved me. Remember we talked about you leaving no for me?
You don't have enough money.
I'm afraid of Jimmy. I don't want to break his heart.
There you
I
go.
know.
Thank you,
That's what
Olga.
you said.
So you guys, Saturday, February 3rd, Universal Bar and Grill. This is in Los Angeles. Dr. Stryker, Big Chompers, Revolution, Clem Darling, and the Astronauts. Doors open at 7. The show's at 8. It's $10 to get in. Follow at Dr. Stryker on Instagram and at Revolution, REVOLUSHN.1 on Instagram for Revolution. And we wish you guys the happiest New Year since New Year's
Yes.
weekend is coming up. Be safe, have fun, enjoy yourselves. Dr. Stryker, it was nice to meet you.
Great
Dave,
meeting you guys.
it was
Thanks for
nice to
having me
meet
on.
you guys, and we'll see you guys next year.
Pleasure.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you.
Bye, you guys, because we're out of time. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Can turn out to be so wrong.
Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes, download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.